hey, this ISUPK, this something the world needs to know. This ain't just citywide. We're going worldwide with it. This knowledge that everybody needs to have. You feel me?
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Positive Knowledge, and we come around teaching people that we're really not supposed to be celebrating colors, but because do you read about?
I don't honestly. I really don't.
Well, I mean, did you celebrate Christmas?
Yes, I did. It was kind of like in family. Just like get together and like my family members are a little bit more on the Bible and Jesus and all that, but I just observe and go with the flow, kind of.
Yeah, we're getting. Why do you want to celebrate Christmas? Or like, what brings you to celebrate Christmas?
I think it's the birth of Jesus, right? So, like in a way, I guess.
Well, I mean, everybody says it's the birth of Jesus, but did you actually know? We don't even know when. Like, and it's not even recorded in the Bible that Jesus ever celebrated his birthday.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
so like, it's really like, why do you celebrate it? Like, because they try to like make Christmas about it, but really, Christmas is actually the celebration of a whole nother God.
I feel like I just celebrate it because like we all get together as a family and we just give each other gifts and we're like just to be together as a family throughout the year. But I honestly don't know the significant.
Let me ask you a question about that because people they say they give gifts to their family and everything, right? Mm-hmm. But then if you're gonna give a gift to somebody, why wouldn't you give it directly to the person instead of putting it on their Christmas tree?
See, I mean, me as the type of person that I am, I feel like I would just go and give them to me. Give them to them. I'm not really of that. Oh, put it underneath the tree and stuff like that. If I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna give it to you. From me to you, because this is the reason why.
Exactly.
Instead of just putting it under the tree and just be like, oh, hey, that's your gift. It's better to come up front and then give them what you feel from. Because if you're giving something to someone, it's gonna come from the heart, not just just put it there and look for it.
Yeah, because I mean, the Bible even tells us to watch out for that because going under putting your gifts on the Christmas tree. Whenever you go and open those Christmas trees, the children will kneel down and they're really kneeling to a idol. That's what that Christmas tree is.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It's an idol. But that's why the Most High, or God, doesn't want us to celebrate like Christmas. He doesn't want us to celebrate New Year's because actually, the New Year's ain't even. That's not even really the New Year. Actually, the New Year is whenever Passover is.
Which is when?
Which is when is Passover? April is in April. Whenever everything during the spring when everything is coming to life again. Really, New Year's is during the New Year's in America. They'll do it during the fall, which is when everything is dying. Which is really the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
Because the new year, everything's coming back to life and springing again.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're really not supposed to celebrate those things because we get punished as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We get punished for those things. Like we get curses.
Oh shit.
Say it again.
I said for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
As a people, though, not individually.
Yeah, so as a people. That's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, so like, what is the recap of it? Like, what do you mean?
So what I'm saying is Black Hispanics and Native Americans as a people shouldn't be celebrating these holidays. Like we really shouldn't be celebrating these holidays. Really, we should be serving the Most High God and celebrating His feast days that He gave us in the Bible, like the Tabernacle. You got the Feast of Unleavened Bread, like holidays like feast days like those. Those are the feast days that we should be celebrating, not America's holidays that they gave to us because they forced these upon us.
I be a whole Grinch, so I really don't be into none of that stuff. But now you're like, damn, you're putting it into my head, like.
Yeah, they really. I mean, think about it. Like before America, you didn't celebrate these things. Like our people didn't celebrate these things.
Yeah, I'm not American myself. I'm Honduran, so I don't even know. I just go with the traditions that they have here. My first language is Spanish. I don't even.
I mean, actually, you know, actually, Spanish, the language isn't even yours. It was put on y'all by the Spanians. You actually spoke Hebrew before that. All Black Hispanics and Native Americans.
Damn, how do y'all know all this stuff? Okay.
Huh? Or because you said tell it. Because that's who we are. We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. And we come out to, we're coming out, we found out our culture, and now we're coming out to tell our people and show them their culture. We're trying to get our people to live their culture again. Trying to warn them so.
But see, what if a lot of people have different opinions? Because like I see what you're coming from, I see where you come from, but like what if other people are like, no, then it's this and that, and just have like a different opinion of it?
Would they have a different opinion?
Yeah.
I mean, really, to be honest, it don't even matter about opinion. Like, think about it, your father, right? You have a father, right? You can, I mean, if he tells you to do something and you're gonna, and you may have an opinion about it, are you gonna like go against it, or are you gonna do what he says? Because it's your father. Well, that's how the Most High is. He, gives out rules and tells you what to do, and you have to follow, or you're gonna get in trouble. Just like you would get in trouble with your father.
I see what you mean. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the
Yeah, let me give you a call.
You should let that play.
Like 25 groups on the UPK page and 25 groups on my page. You wonder if it doesn't remember.
God did. Oh shoot. When I rook in my bed. Man. Oh shoot. Okay. My bad, huh? My bad. All right, everybody clap it up. Hey, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yoshai Barakatah to all the brothers. Shalom Al Tab Shem Yoshai to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the D Command Junahana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And we're going to be continuing where we kind of left off from separating from Babylon. I mean, earlier, last time I think we left off, we was talking about Martin Luther King Jr. and how he completely made the wrong choice of joining us together and bringing the people together with our oppressors. So he made the complete wrong choice. And he thought that was the right choice. He thought it was the right choice to bring our people together. We could, until the end. But really, he wasn't really thinking about the right choice at all. He wasn't even thinking about his own people. Actually, matter of fact, really, he was only thinking about himself to get benefits for himself. And once he didn't get those benefits, he then realized that America has, I ain't gonna say that. America had, it's like Babylon had screwed them. And Babylon screwed them, and then he was like, oh, nah, I didn't get my benefits. And that's when he became upset. That's when he started to go against Babylon. But he wasn't going against Babylon for the people. He was going against Babylon because he didn't get what he wanted. But can you get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6? Because this is one thing that our people didn't realize or didn't understand, is that Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans as a people, you know what, go ahead and read. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, make me a little bigger, like a little bigger. Oh, you did? Yeah. Oh, okay, come on. Okay.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Hold on. This is something our people didn't understand. It says what?
For thou art an holy people.
For thou art an holy people. What does it mean to be holy? To be holy? No, not to be holy. Well, I mean, in a way, but like, yes, it means to be separate. Being holy means to be separate. But from the understanding that our people get, holy is some kind of spiritual, kind of crazy word. You're like, oh, you got to be holy. Get the Holy Spirit on you. But they don't understand what a Holy Spirit is. It's a vibe with the Most High. They don't understand that. They think it's some supernatural kind of thing. And that's what a lot of our people think holy means. I think holy is some kind of supernatural word. When holy only means to be separate. It means to be separate. And what does it say? Read it again.
For thou art an holy people.
It's saying that thou art a holy people. Who is a holy people? Who are these holy people? Okay. The 12 tribes of Israel, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Who are a holy people. But this boy's struggling. But yeah, it says, for you are a holy people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You are a holy people, a separate people from what? Keep on going.
Unto the Lord thy God.
You are a separate people unto the Lord. This is something that our people did not understand. We didn't have this knowledge. We didn't have the knowledge of knowing that of who we are, of what we're supposed to be doing. We didn't have the knowledge. In our minds, we thought we were supposed to be joining with everybody. We thought it was righteous to follow after Martin Luther King, thinking that it was perfectly okay to join with everybody else, not knowing that we was going down a path of destruction, a path of fire. We didn't know that, but that's the path that we was going down. We were going down a path of complete destruction, destroying our people. Keep on going.
Okay. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Hold on, no, he chose everybody to be special.
Has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
No, he chose the East Indian man to be special.
Hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what we're coming into the realization is, or what we're getting the knowledge of now, is that we are the special people. We are a special people that the Lord chose to be separate from everybody else. And then choose us to be conjoined with everybody, to hold hands with one another or with everybody. No, it didn't choose us to do it. What does it say?
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Unto himself. That doesn't sound like everybody. I mean, that doesn't sound like it's including everybody. But everybody wants to be included in this. Everybody wants to be included in this Bible. Everybody wants to be included in the glory. But everybody is not included in the glory. Not included in the glory. The only people who are included in the glory is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are the only people, not everybody. But that's what Martin Luther King did not understand. They didn't understand. And that's what happens when you follow after your own lust. When you try to follow after yourself. Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, us as a people, we pick completely total the worst leaders ever. I mean, then we picked Martin Luther King as a leader, and he led us down a path of destruction, like I said. He led us down. He didn't lead us. He led us blindly. He led us after his own lust. That's what he was doing. That's why it's important for us to choose leaders who aren't going to lead us blindly, who are going to lead us down a path of destruction. And you know who's not going to lead us down the path of destruction? The men here in Isupk under commanding Junior Hana. That's who's not going to lead us to blindly and to destruction. Keep on reading.
Above.
Oh, no. We're supposed to be below everybody.
Above.
No, we're supposed to be equal to. We're supposed to have equal rights, so we can all be same, equal. What?
Above.
No, it says what?
Above.
No, I just want everybody to hear that correctly. What does that say?
Above.
Above. That says above what?
All people.
Above all people. Not just some of the people, not equal to the people, because, man, our people believe that we're supposed to be equal. All coming together, holding hands. Nah, I don't see that dream that Martin Luther King had in this Bible nowhere. That dream is going against the Bible, actually, because Martin Luther King, his dream was telling people to join together, joining hand in hand. But no, this right here in the Bible, it says that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going to be above everybody. You let me know if I'm wrong. You let me know if that's telling me something different, if my eyes are deceiving me, because that's telling me that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are not equal to everybody else. You are separate and above everybody else, like the Lord had made you to be. But when you have unrighteous leaders that you follow after, you're going to get led blindly. You're going to get led to believe that it's okay to join with everybody else. It's okay to join hand in hand with everybody. We're not supposed to be joining hand in hand. We're not supposed to be equal to everybody. We're supposed to be separate. So it's time for us to become separate again. And that's what we're doing here in the Isupk. We're making our people separate again from Babylon the Great. Because when we join with Babylon the Great, we become the lowest of everybody. We become the lowest of every nation in the earth. And that's what's happened. That's what happened. We was way better off separate. Keep on going.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's right. We're supposed to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You're making a good point about us being on the bottom of society, because when you talk to the everyday person that's from our people, Jakes in the world, they don't understand that we're on the bottom, because they get fed images of a few chosen people from among our demographic that are put on the top of society.
Hey,
Even they're going through hell. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, because they're living in that status, they're living the quote unquote American dream, that tricks our people into thinking that we're not on the bottom. When everyday struggle that they go through shows that they are in fact on the bottom. But they cling to that hope, because their hope is not in the Most High. It's in a place that was designed to keep them confused and to keep them going down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing is, I was watching a video of Malcolm X earlier today, and how he was explaining the revolution, or the Black Revolution. He was explaining the Black Revolution, and he was saying that I forget the dude's name, but this oppressor only joined because he wanted to take over what was going on. He wanted to take over what was going on, so that and act like he was a part of it, and that he was all for it, so that he could take it over and make us think that they were all for us, but just to calm it down and make us believe that we're supposed to love and join together with everybody. No, so everybody come on, boom. Now, I wish I could get the video up here of Malcolm X explaining it, because he explained it very well in a professional way. But the video, Commander General Hanna had brought it up. Yeah, it was a video that they brought up. But yeah, he was explaining it very well. The exactly what happened. He was explaining it very well. No, it was crazy though. But read the scripture one more time.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Yeah. The Lord chose you to be a special people upon the earth. Upon the earth. Man, imagine our children hearing that. Instead of hearing that we gotta join hand in hand, we got to be equal to everybody, that we got to look up to oppressor and kiss their behinds. Instead of hearing that, Imagine our children hearing that. They was hearing that. Imagine the people they would become. Imagine who they would become hearing this instead of hearing that they're worth nothing. But they're not the most special people on the face of the earth. That they're the bottom and the lowest people of all. Imagine what it would be like. Imagine how our children would grow up to be. Go ahead.
Even though our condition is low, discreetly, we are great at everything we do.
Exactly.
Nobody else can do what we do like we do.
Exactly. Even though we are lowest of the lows, what does the Bible say? Like, even though we go through all the oppression and everything and all the pain and suffering, the Lord said we're still rich because of our blood, because of our culture, because of who we are, because of where we come from. That's what makes us great, because we have the Lord. It's like, say it again?
Everything we do it great. Sports to picking grapes.
Yeah. We do everything great. You don't see the oppressor doing so great with all the playing basketball. I mean, he may have a couple players there that can, a little sprinkle of players that can do good. But yeah, 30 years ago. But majority of those players are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's the majority of those players. Baseball players. You don't see a lot of oppressors able to play the game so well. Boxing. It's a majority of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Oppressors can't fight like that. Like what's that dude? Muhammad Ali. They can't fight like him, or like who's some other people? Javante, huh? Yeah, Javante Davis. They can't fight like them. Floyd, yeah, Canelo. They cannot fight like them. Yeah, they get whooped by them. Like physically, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are not built to be equal with these people. To be equal with these people, you gotta lower yourself. Like Kevin said, you gotta lower your power. You gotta lower yourself to be equal with them. I mean, that's why they gotta make you shave your face. They gotta make you shave your face so that you don't look so scary. So that you can look real soft and feminine. They gotta put you in a dress so they can make you look soft and effeminate so that you can be equal with them. Because everybody knows our oppressor is really weak. He is really weak. I mean, he's all talk, but he's really weak. He really has no power. You know, because the only person giving him that power is the Lord. But soon, the Lord's finna take all that power from him. He's finna strip him from the power, make him sit in the dust. That is what's finna happen. You're finna see America get the judgment. And you know what's crazy? Actually, earlier today, when I was coming from work, 2 Mormons pulled up on me. I was standing at the bus stop, and these dudes just started walking on me like they was like some gang or like it was weird. I was like, whoa, like this, like I was like, whoa, chill out. And they was pulling up on me, and they're like, yeah. So, brother, you know, you see all the destruction and everything going on. You see all the death and everything. And they asked me or about something. I'm paraphrasing, but they asked me like, what's a great thing or something? And I was like, or something like that. And I was like, a great thing. I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? And I said, you know what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being free to be able to serve their God. That's what I said. And then right then, my bus came and picked me up. And it was like, oh, that's your bus? All right, then. I was like, all right. That's what I said to him. But yeah. Like, how many of them you talking about? It was only 2 of them. It was only 2 of them dudes. They was pulling up. Yeah, there was 2 of them. And they was pulling on like, nah, it was only 2 of them. 2 of them pulling up on me. I'm like, sitting there with my trench coat. They probably didn't know who I was because I was, I was in my work, stuff. Yeah, but yeah, they was pulling up on me like, yeah. You see all this destruction and everything, yeah. No, go ahead and read again.
Okay. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Instead of teaching our children and our people to join together with everybody, we should be teaching our people this: that you're separate, you're supposed to be separate, and you're the greatest people on the face of the earth. This is the thing that we should be teaching our people. This is what we should be teaching our children: how to keep these laws and commandments so that they could be separate too. This is what makes us separate. Think about it. The Lord only wants us to be separate. That's the whole point of the law. That's the whole point of our culture, is to keep us separate from everybody else. That's what he wants. He wants us to be separate. He doesn't want us to be conjoined with everybody else, doing the same thing as our oppressors, doing the same thing as everybody else in the world, as the East Indians, as the Arabs. He doesn't want us doing what they do. He wants us to be separate. In our culture, the law, statutes, commandments, it makes us separate. That's what it does. And that's why it's so important for us to keep these law, statutes, commandments. That's why it's so important. But read that one more time.
Thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Black Hispanics said, you're the most special people on the face of the earth. It's time for you to realize it. It's time for you to separate from these other nations. It's time for you to stop joining hand in hand with them. Get out of the mindset that Martin Luther King was in. Don't follow him no more. Man, it still affects us to this day. It still affects our people to this day. And it's something we need to come out of. A mindset we need to come out of and come into the mindset of the Lord. Can you get Hosea 4:6? Hosea 4:6. Oh. Go ahead and read. Oh, my bad.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Hold on. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. A lot of Black Hispanics and Native Americans, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We didn't understand what we was doing was wrong. Like us following after Martin Luther King Jr. only made us more destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because now we think it's okay to be joined hand in hand with our oppressors. Now we think it's okay to make marriages with them. And that is not what the Lord wanted. Oh, no, we think it's okay, but that's not something that the Lord wanted us to do. The Lord wanted us to be separate from every other nation on the face of the earth. That's what he wanted. He didn't want us to be conjoined with them, but us, because we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge, we didn't know these things. We didn't know that. We chose a leader that was following after his own lust. It's time for us to come and learn these things. And the only place you can really learn that, the only place you can learn that is here in the Isupk. It's here in the Isupk. That's the only place you can really learn who you are and what your culture is. Because everywhere else, they're going to teach you lies. And they're going to confuse you furthermore. But here, no. We're going to unravel all the lies and give you the truth. That's what's going to happen here in the Isupk. And I just want to say something, because a lot of our people are also too focused on being happy. That's another thing. They're too focused on being happy here in America. No, think about it. A lot of our people are way too focused on being happy. But being happy is not required when it comes to running a nation, when it comes to being on top. I mean, you either choose happiness or you choose being first. Which one are you going to choose? being first on the top. I'd rather be first. It's not you're not required to be happy when being first, when running the nation. You're not it's required. Being happy is not a requirement. No one said it's gonna be all happy, and I mean it's stressful. It's really stressful. But us as Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're too focused on being happy, trying to be in the clubs, having a good time, when we should be focused on getting rulership and being first, because that was our original position in the first place. That was where we were supposed to be in the first place. Go ahead.
Since the Shauna Stewart
Hmm?
said Black Wall Street was separate.
Black Wall Street was separate.
I wish we could have that again.
Yeah, Black Wall Street was separate. It was separate. And they did destroy it because they seen that you were separate. And whenever you're separate, they're not doing well. They don't do well at all. They end up failing. So they had to come up with an idea with the way to put you together with them, to get you to think it's okay to go with them. And they gave you all your leaders, your Black leaders. That's what happened. They gave you, was it Joel Osteen? Yeah, they gave you Joel Osteen. They gave you Martin Luther King Jr. They gave you these Black leaders to follow after to make you believe it's okay to join with them. You say, yeah. Yeah, they gave you these people to follow after, but these people were only leading you down a path of destruction. It wasn't trying to help you or benefit the people. It wasn't. They was trying to destroy you. They was leading you into the gate. You know how you lead sheep into a gate to capture them? Well, that's exactly what they was doing to our people, leading them into the gate. Now we in enemy lines. We in enemy lines. But now it's time for our people to be separate, to not join with them. To, what does the Bible say? Come out of America. Come out of this place, because this place is going to be destroyed. Come out of this place and be separate. We're going to get that scripture later, but I don't, my bad. But go ahead and read that.
This book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Hold on. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, but they reject the knowledge that we come out and bring them. When we come out there and we teach them the truth, they reject it. But what happens? What did the Lord say because of us rejecting the knowledge of who we are? What did he say was going to happen? Go ahead. Oh. Good.
I will also reject thee.
He said he would also reject us. Because we have rejected the Most High, he is rejecting us. He's rejecting us. I mean, he don't believe what we say anymore. And that's why we had to have a mediator. That's why we had to have Christ come and speak for us. Like a lawyer speaking to a judge. The judge don't believe what you say no more. Because you've been telling them all these lies. You've been telling them, yeah, I'm going to change. I swear I'm going to change. But you never do. You keep going on and getting in more and more in trouble and keep doing the same thing. And that's what Israel has been doing. That's what Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans have been doing. We've been telling the Lord, oh, we're going to change. We're going to do different. But then we go right around and we disobey him behind his back. I mean, technically not behind his back, right in front of him, actually. But we go and we disobey his, we go and we disobey him. We go and we don't keep his law, statutes, commandments. Right in front of him, too. We spit in the Lord's face. And then now we think we deserve to have everything. It's crazy because Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, technically, we don't even deserve to live. It's crazy how our people are so powerful and we don't deserve none of this. We don't even deserve the life that we live. We don't deserve it. And that's why I'm going to tell you, it's just important. It would be in your best bet to get on your knees and pray to the Most High. Pray to the Most High and ask for forgiveness. It's important for our people to pray to the Most High and ask for forgiveness. Because, man, I mean, we don't even deserve the life that we're living. And he could take it away in an instant. That's why it's so important for us to separate from these people. separate from these people and change and do exactly what the Lord said. We're going to read that again.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
And we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because we don't know the Lord's feast days. We don't know his law, statutes, commandments. And you go out and you ask Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are, what are they going to say?
Say they 3 or 4 other races.
Yeah, that too. They're going to say, I'm American. They say, I'm American. Yeah, they are going to say 3 or 4 ways. They say, I'm Black. I'm Hispanic. I'm brown. I'm African. A lot of them say they're African. That's how destroyed we are. And that's why it's so important for us to separate and find out who we are. That's why it's so important for us to get in the Isupk and take on your culture again. Take on who you are. Take it on. Keep on reading.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Because we have forgotten the laws of the Most High, because we wanted to join with everybody else and follow America's laws. We thought that was a good idea. But when we follow after America's laws, I mean, it's not beneficial for us. I mean, brothers being here following America's laws and still get persecuted, still get put in jail, still get unalived. Because this place is not, I mean, it's not for us to be here in America. We're supposed to be separate. This place is our rest. This place is our hell. And that's why it's so important for us to be separate in keeping the Lord's laws. Because the Lord's laws, they'll keep you safe. They'll keep you safe. Keep on reading.
Seeing that thou forgot the law of God, I will also forget thy children.
He said, I will also forget thy children. You know what? My bad. Start over from the thou hast forgotten the law. Go on. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law.
Seeing though thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, because we have forgotten the laws. The Lord said he would also forget our children. Like, think about it. We not following the Lord's laws, but we following our oppressor's laws. But what do our oppressor's laws say? Oh, you could do this. I mean, your oppressor doesn't have a law against pork. It's okay to eat pork. But in the Most High's laws, it's not okay to eat pork. It's not okay to eat pork. It's not okay to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. But with the oppressor's laws, there's no law against it. What about smoking weed? They're now making it legal to smoke weed. But in the Lord's laws, it's against the Lord's law to smoke weed. That's why instead of following after the oppressor's laws, it's important for us to follow the Most High's laws. It's important for us to follow these laws because the laws that are in this Bible is what's important. These laws, statutes, commandments that are in the Bible is what's important because they're the oldest laws of all. They've been since the beginning. But the oppressors, they change and they come and go. They're not stable. But the Lord's laws, they're stable. They're stable. They're the blueprint for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to succeed. And that's why they're so righteous to follow. They keep you alive. I mean, it's your life. When you keep these law, statutes, commandments, you are choosing to live. But when you decide to break these law, statutes, commandments, you are choosing to unalive or be unalived. But keep on reading.
Number 7.
Oh no. We can drop that. Hold on. We drop that. Get Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Because Like I said, following after Martin Luther King Jr. was the worst mistake that we have ever made. Well, one of them. 7-7. Following after Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the worst mistakes that we have ever made. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Hold on. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Now understand this. Because when we was following after Martin Luther King Jr., our people wasn't upset. What was they doing? They wasn't upset at the oppressor. What was they doing? They was trying to do what?
MLK?
Hmm?
You said before MLK?
No, I'm saying when we was following after MLK.
Oh, why not? We're trying to join another people.
We was trying to join a whole nother people. We was trying to join our oppressors. We was trying to forgive and love them. Martin Luther King wasn't upset. He was trying to calm his people down and make his people numb. Forgiving the oppressor. That's what he was trying to do. But what does it say?
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. You know, it's crazy. They were going through so much oppression and torment. But they wasn't mad enough to separate from these people. I mean, dang, you think when you get bullied, do you not separate from them? Do you not separate yourself from those people? Or do you stay around them? Hey, you separate. I mean, dang, if you're a rapist, if your abuser is abusing you, do you stay around them or do you separate yourself from them? You separate yourself from them. So how come we didn't separate from our oppressors when they was tormenting and beating us in the streets and unaliving our people? How come we how come we had to join hand in hand with them? How come we had to go and we had to love all of them? How come we had to forgive them for the things that they did to us? Because we weren't mad. Because we are also destroyed for our lack of knowledge. Us as a people, we were destroyed for our lack of knowledge. Because we was following a leader that was blind himself. We was following after a leader that was following after his own lust. We'll read that one more time.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Well, I mean, a lot of our people today are going through a lot of oppression, but they're not mad. They're not mad. They're comfortable here in America. I mean, dang, they just celebrated Martin Luther King Day. They just went and marched for him in the cold, too. That's a crazy thing. Man, we thought it was canceled. But no, it ended up continuing to go on. And they went and they marched for Martin Luther King Day in the, what was it, like 20-degree weather, 19-degree weather? Yeah, it was freezing cold. And then went out there and still marched. And still marched for Martin Luther King Day. It's wild. Like, dang, our people are going through so much oppression and unaliving, and we're still not mad enough to separate from our oppressors. Not mad enough to separate. We still just want to conjoin with them, join hand in hand, believing in this dream that ended up turning out to be a nightmare. I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. said it himself. He had led his people into a burning house. He thought our people would have probably changed, but no. Because our oppressor is using Martin Luther King as a way to get our people to join with them. Read it again.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Man, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. And then, are you not mad of all the oppression and the destruction that our people are going through? Do you not want to find a way to fix the problem? That's a problem. A lot of our people don't want to find a problem or fix the problem. They don't want to fix it. They see all the destruction and all all the unaliving that our people go through. They see a problem, but they don't want to get to the root of the problem. They don't want to blame anybody. They just want to forgive and forget and be comfortable. That's what they want to do. They don't want to have to dig deep and blame somebody. They don't want to have to do that. They don't want to fix the problem. But here in ISBK, we want to fix the problem of our people. I mean, dang, we want to fix the problem of our communities. We want to fix our broken communities. And that's what we're doing. We're digging deep and finding the problem and finding out that the problem is that we shouldn't be joining with our oppressors. That us joining with them is destroying us. Us joining with Babylon the Great is destroying us. Because that's not the answer that the Lord gave us. I mean, dang, we tried joining with Babylon in the past. And what happened? What happened, Taziar? Yeah, we tried joining with Babylon we tried joining Babylon in the past, but what happened? Yeah, it got destroyed. The Lord separated us, put us in our own places, gave us all different language because he didn't want us to be together with everybody else. And that's exactly what's going to happen here in Babylon the Great. That's exactly what's going to happen. The Lord is going to give judgment to Babylon the Great. Finna give judgment. I mean, that's why you see all the death. That's why you see all the unaliving and all the destruction here in America. Because judgment is so close. It's like I said, America. I mean, Babylon the Great. That's why you keep wanting to say that, but that's why you see all the death and that's why you see all the unaliving and destruction here in Babylon the Great. Because judgment is coming soon. Judgment is coming to this place soon. Keep on reading. Go ahead.
I think the reason why we join them is because we see them as like when they commit their acts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's war or enslavement, or conquering and stealing and robbing and unaliving, they justify it with they manipulate you to think that they're doing it for a righteous cause. For example, like when they went to the Middle East, right? They took over that whole area. It was because they were fighting terrorism. But the terrorism didn't come from those countries. It came from Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't go beef with them because they know better. So, but they justified it so that these people right here, they're not much responsible. Same thing with us when they came and conquered us. They threw the Bible at us and they said like, you're the savages, you're the meek, you know what I mean? You're the weak, we're the rulers, and I think they just there's a scripture about that where they talk about like their tongue is something about butter. I forget. They justify their actions. They're very manipulative, and then we see them as the good guys. We see them as the good guys, even in you're talking about right now, the civil rights movement. They knew putting that man in office was going to help their agenda.
Because they're only about helping themselves.
Yeah.
That's all they're about. I mean, that's why they had to come and join with us. Because if they didn't, probably went south for them. Yeah, we would have took over.
On a gift to show the heart.
Mm-hmm.
They give us certain gifts, like they give us the day off on MLK and
yeah, they give us those things.
They give us welfare and unemployment. You know, they give us things little things like that where we say, oh, thank you, Mr. Oppressor, you know, thank you so much.
Those little gifts that they gave us was being able to sit in the front seat. You remember when we did that interview with that one brother, and we asked what do we benefit from Martin Luther King, his dream? You know what EDS said? He had said, "Oh well, now we get to use same." I'm pretty sure he said now we get to sit in the front of the bus. Now we get to use the same bathrooms. That's a gift apparently to our people. Yeah, that's not a gift to us. But apparently to our people, that's a gift. Now we get to go in the same stores. Now we get to work for the same businesses, which really only made it more oppressing for us. It only made it more oppressing for our people. Sound good?
I guarantee you that those little gifts like that made us feel like we were equal to them.
Yeah.
Because we acknowledge that they are, I don't know the right word, they are superior, I guess. We acknowledge that. But once they let us in the stores and in the schools and in their hospitals and in their universities and on their buses, they were like, oh, okay, we're the same now. But even then, there were little subtexts that separate us. Even still.
Con. Yeah, Con, it's true. You had your little hand raised? You didn't have your hand raised? What you gonna say? Nah, I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna come back to you. Oh, you forgot it? You forgot the question? Yeah, you forgot it. But keep on going. Start over again.
This book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Yeah, and the gift that destroyed the heart. Problem is, our people aren't mad enough. Our people aren't mad enough of the things that happened to them. I mean, we keep forgiving our oppressors, and that is the same mindset that Martin Luther King had. And that's why they push it out so much. They have a whole memorial for it. And now people think, no, we got to forgive them. But it's crazy because our oppressors, they don't forgive nobody. Whenever someone does something to them, they don't forgive them for it. They don't forgive them for that thing. Sure, you think they're forgiving Houthi and them right now? Man, they're all finna go to war. Sure, a lot of things is finna pop off here in Babylon the Great. A lot of things are finna pop off. I mean, China just declared war.
Whoa.
Yeah, China declared to go to war. You didn't see that?
Hey?
No, this was a while, like 2 days ago.
Explain that.
Yeah, China declared war.
China.
Yeah,
Oh, Taiwan, huh?
yeah, they declared war.
Hey, Sluck.
Huh.
You know what's important about that? That the U.S. is at war during an election, the elections are suspended. Which is going to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah, it says, hold on.
Wow.
What's at stake in Taiwan's elections? China says it could be a choice between peace and war. That's crazy. You're right, actually, because that is going to affect their elections. But yeah, China did declare war with Taiwan. But I mean, dang, you got all these places finna, like, they're all on the brink. We are on the very edge of a World War III. Everybody is so close. You got America dealing with them Houthi. How do you say it? Houthi or something like that? Or Houthi? They're over there dealing with them. And Houthi just blew up one of their cargo ships. Yeah, they blew up one of their cargo ships, a U.S. cargo ship that they blew up. Like they're doing damage to the U.S. right now. And then the crazy thing is, America can't even send over their warships because they're short-staffed. They're short-staffed on the military. They're sea people. They're short-staffed, huh? Yeah, Navy. They're short-staffed. I said sea people. My bad, I couldn't think of it. But yeah, they're short-staffed. So now not even no. It was like it's like it's a whole jet carrier they're trying to send out, but they couldn't because they're short-staffed. They're short-staffed, and it's not looking so great for America. It's not looking so great right now. Like judgment is right around the corner. Judgment is right around the corner, and Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you don't want to get mixed up, looking like everybody else. You want to separate yourself from everybody else, so you don't get the judgment that everybody else is gonna get. You don't want to get that same judgment. You don't not want to get that same judgment. I know I most definitely do not. Do you, Taziar? Do you, Ayala? Do you, sis? Nah, you don't want to get that judgment. So it's important you change your life. You change your life and you come up in here and be separate from everybody else. Be separate because you don't want to get the nuclear thermal warfare. You don't want to get that. You don't want to be caught in the crossfires. But go ahead and read that again to them, my man.
Okay. Verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Stop taking these gifts that they give us. Stop taking them. Because Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, oh, they give you these little gifts. You're supposed to have the whole earth. They give you these little gifts to feel good, but you're supposed to be on top. You're supposed to have rulership. I know me. I don't want these little gifts. I want rulership. That's what I want. I don't want to be be able to get off on Martin Luther King Day. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. I don't want to be able to get off on Christmas, a holiday that's an abomination. I want rulership over the earth. And that's what all Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans should want. Not to be on the bottom or to be equal to, because that's not the role or the position that we're supposed to have. But that's the role and position that we have because of the decisions that we decided to make. So it's time for Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans to be better and make a decision to be separate from everybody else. Go ahead. Or can you get Deuteronomy 28 and 47? Come on, 47, Deuteronomy 28 and 47.
28.
Get come, 28 and 47. Come. Well, I mean, come, yeah. Come. Come, go ahead.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Oh, because what? Because we didn't serve the Lord thy God with joyfulness. But you know who we did serve with joyfulness? Who do we serve with joyfulness? Yeah, we served our oppressors with joyfulness. Hey, I see a lot of brothers and sisters who are so happy to go to work. Like, yeah. And they're so happy to go to work. They're so happy to go and work for our oppressors. And the crazy thing is they say, no, that's a part of life. This is easy money. No, this is oppression. This is oppression. This isn't something you should be happy and joyful about. Did you remember your question? You got your hand raised. Cindy, you said if they say sorry? If they say sorry, what? Say it again. You talking about if they say sorry? I mean, so you know what's crazy is they can come out and tell the truth. They can come out and tell the truth, and all that's within. They came out and told the truth and was told said it was. I mean, it told us who we were and everything. So a lot of things would be different, but because they're oppressors, because the oppressor is such an oppressor, the problem is he's not going to come out and tell the truth. It's not going to happen. He's not going to come out and say sorry. He's not going to come out and say sorry. Good?
You know, the reason why they do that is partially because the Most High made them to be that way.
Yeah.
It's like how the Most High heart and Pharaoh's heart
Mm-hmm.
to be a certain way towards us. That He also created the other nations to be that way towards us. So this lie that they live off of is so embedded in their society. It's irreversible for them. Because you try to with the Israel and Hamas situation going on. If they were trying to talk about blacks and Hispanics being the Israelites right now, it wouldn't even make sense because they're trying to fight over their land amongst each other. Anyway.
Yeah, it's very true.
You know what I mean? So really, it's like, yeah, they're all pushing towards war towards each other. The Most High's prophecies are just gonna keep unfolding until it just explodes like a powder keg. You know what I mean? And the Most High will deal with them.
Accordingly. Gonna deal with them accordingly. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. He said, I'll plead for my people face to face.
Yeah. And that's what's happening right now. The Lord is destroying Babylon the Great. That's why you see so much death and destruction here in America. But yeah, nah. You get your hand raised? What do you say? Yeah, they are bad. Of course, the oppressor is bad. That is right. Yeah, give it up hand. Said the oppressor is bad. Good. Good. But what do you say? Will they get destroyed by the Most High? Well, so I'm gonna say it like this because you said, are they gonna get destroyed by the Most High? Well, I mean, if they don't say sorry, if they don't come out and tell the truth, then that's not gonna happen. They're not gonna tell the truth because, like Ayala said, the Most High made them to be that way. So they're not gonna come out and tell the truth. So what's gonna happen is to the oppressor, of course, he's gonna get judgment from the Lord. The Lord said what does the Lord say he's gonna do? He said he's gonna cut them off forever. He's gonna cut them off forever because of the things that they have done against you, against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay. What do you say?
The people that don't be kind to the Most High don't get the sword.
The shore?
Sword.
Damn. He said, damn. He said the people that don't do what? Hold on, say that again.
To the Most High, they gonna get the sword. Destroy.
The people that aren't kind to the Most High are gonna get destroyed. Yeah. Yeah, the people who don't follow after the Lord's law, statutes, members, if they don't change their life and become separate, they're most definitely gonna get destroyed. That's why it's important for us to change and to become separate and do what the Lord says, because they're gonna get, they're gonna get that belt. They're gonna get a spanking. That's why it's real important for us to change, because you don't want to get punished by the Lord. You don't want to get punished by the Lord. None of us want to get punished by the Lord. You forgot your question. All right, well, we're gonna keep continuing on. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like if the people who don't change and who don't keep the law, statute, amendments, and don't do what the Lord said, of course they're gonna get destroyed. They're most definitely gonna get destroyed. Okay.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Well, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we didn't serve the Lord thy God with joyfulness. Here, I'm gonna give the background, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, us as a people, the Lord told us exactly what would happen. He let us know everything and gave us all the details of what would happen if we didn't listen to him and if we didn't keep his law, statutes, commandments. He told us exactly what would happen. He told us what would happen if we didn't keep them, and then he told us what happened if we did keep them. If we was good children and if we was bad children, if we chose life or if we chose death. He told us what would happen. And what did he say?
And with gladness of heart.
And with gladness of heart. Keep on going.
With the abundance of all things.
Come on. Keep on going.
Okay. Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Hold on. No. We're gonna end up getting a good reward because we didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments. We didn't serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
No, because we didn't, serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of thy heart. Because we didn't do those things, because we didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments, because we decided to join with our oppressors, because we decided to go and do exactly what the Lord didn't want us to do. What did it say?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Yeah, the Lord said we will serve thy enemies. You wanted to go and be with your oppressors? Now you will serve your oppressors. Because you wanted to be like them so much. Well, now why don't you serve them? Because instead of serving the Lord and doing what the Lord says, we over here doing exactly what the oppressor says and doing what he wants us to do. We should have been doing what the Lord wants us to do and being separate from everybody else. Keep on going. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. We have made them our
gods.
We have made them our God.
Yeah, we have. I mean, you got the oppressor. He is our God.
Even, like we said last week about the same topic, in your grandmother's wall, you got that image.
Yeah. Everybody got that image in their house. That's not being separate. Mm-hmm. That is what we're serving. And that's not being separate. That's not being separate. I bet you everybody got that picture in their house, somewhere in their house. Their grandma got that picture somewhere in their house. Or they got a cross around their neck. But,
churches do too.
Yeah, the churches do too. You remember your question? Go ahead. What do you say?
He said, if we follow and guide with the evil stuff, and that's bad, so we want to do the good stuff, right?
Yeah. It is bad to follow after the dude with the evil wall, doing all the evil. But that's what we've been doing. We've been following after the dude who's been doing all the evil. We've been following after our oppressors. We've been following after the dude who's been doing evil and doing evil too. We've been doing the evil and being just like him. And that's not being separate. The Lord wants you, or your father wants you to be separate. He wants you to be separate and not do the evil. He wants you to do good according to his word. But go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
Damn, you gonna go to your enemies for what?
In hunger and in thirst.
Because we didn't serve the Lord and we didn't do what he said. Now we have to go to our oppressors. We have to go to our oppressors for everything. Since you didn't want to serve the Lord, he sent us to go to them for food and for water. You have to go to them to their grocery stores and be like everybody else, not be separate. You're gonna be like everybody else and go to their grocery stores and shop like everybody else. You gotta get. I mean, you can't be separate and go off and farm your own food and everything. How many black owned farms do you see around here? Yeah, black owned farms. How many black owned farms do you see around here? Go ahead.
We were, I remember a couple months ago, we were assigned to look for that.
Couldn't find it. You couldn't. But now yeah, black owned farms. Couldn't. We
have a brother that does own this.
Here in Houston.
We were told to do it here in Antoio.
Couldn't find it because there's not very many black owned farms anywhere. You know, we own 1% of farms. Like Hispanics and Native Americans, we own 1% of farms. We make up of 1% of farms. Like, we can't even do that ourselves. We have to be like everybody else, getting groceries from the store, or going getting the groceries and getting food and water from them. Okay?
Who owns all those farms that HEB and Walmart get all their produce from?
Our oppressors.
Yeah, no doubt.
Our oppressors, they own all that.
They making all this money because they got contracts with big companies. How many black farmers do you think can get run contracts like that?
None. Probably none. Really, none.
I'd be interested in looking into that.
That is very true.
Because that's, you know,
That is true.
That's crazy.
Probably none, to be honest.
That also makes you wonder too. How do they even make enough produce for the whole country? I don't even think that's even possible. Unless you go up in them states where ain't nothing there, like Nevada. You know them states that look like squares that nobody even can remember on the map. Those probably the states where they making that stuff.
That is very true, actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about them geometric things, but I know they do a lot of farming out there, and I know black people ain't out there.
No, we is not. We
I
is
ain't
not.
ain't out there. We on the outskirts. We on South Coast, West Coast, East Coast.
That is
We
true.
ain't on the North Coast. You never heard no hip hop song from the North Coast.
Damn. No, that's true.
I guess there is no North Coast because every Canada. Right?
Come on. Damn.
You get what I'm saying.
Come on. We probably don't get a lot of produce and get, big bucks like that. Say it again? Yeah. You said what? China owns some of the schools here too? Oh, okay. They pretty much own it. Didn't know that. No, I do. We keep on going? Oh, hold on real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak up. Yeah, you gotta do more than just pray. Your Christian church tell you to pray. Tell you to pray about everything. Your Christian church tell you to pray about your mortgage, about your car. No, tell you to pray about everything. But he's not telling you and giving you the exact answer on what you really got to do. Because there's more than that. Just that. There's more than there's that you got to do to be able to serve the Lord. You got to keep the law, statutes, commandments. You gotta keep your culture. Okay. He said the bad people will get sacrificed for not keeping the commandments. Yeah. No. I mean, now the bad people are going to get in trouble for not keeping the commandments. They're going to get in trouble for not keeping the commandments and not doing what the Lord says. It's like if we don't keep the law, statute, commandments, you get in trouble for not keeping the law, statute, commandments. But keep on reading.
I'll start reading.
Kind of good.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
And the Lord sent us in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. You know, the crazy thing is, we used to have our own things. Like you said, we used to have Black Wall Street. We used to have our own businesses, making our own clothes. We used to have our own schools. We used to have all that. But because we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and we thought it was the correct thing to do, which was follow after Martin Luther King, now we're conjoined with our president. Now he makes all the money off of us. Now he's the one we got to go to in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. We got to go to him for everything. Go ahead.
Those are three essential things that anybody on the planet needs. We need food, that hunger.
Mm-hmm.
We need water, that thirst. And in nakedness, we need to clothe yourself.
Yeah, you need clothes. Yeah, these are the three main things.
The essential things that a human needs, we have to go to the oppressors to go get.
Yep, because we wanted to join with them so bad. We wanted to be equal with them so bad. And now that is the consequences that we have to face. Now we can't have our own businesses. Now, whenever our brother tries to start a business, it's so hard for him to start a business. And it usually ends up failing. A lot of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American businesses end up failing. Because our oppressors over here, they got the big multi-dollar businesses that are booming. Everybody want to go to them for everything instead of going to our own people. We want to go to them for everything. Instead of going to our oppressors, we need to start going to our own people, being separate. Stop joining with our people, with the oppressor. Stop going to him for everything, but go to our own people. But that's what happens when we followed after Martin Luther King Jr. Now we can't even run our own farms. We can't do that. We don't even have our own government, our own system. We have to be under the oppressor's government. We don't have none of it. But keep on going. Good.
You know how when we go out to feed the homeless and clothe them and whatnot? we don't get we don't get we don't get money for it. And I was just thinking the other day because no, just today actually, because I was over there at North Star. I saw a little tent city, and I'm not gonna say the name, but like these thrift stores and Goodwills and whatnot, they get donations and they monetize them. I was like, where does that money?
That's a good question.
I just wondered that.
That is a very good question. I mean,
You definitely go donate it. You gotta go in there and buy it.
yeah, that is very true. And our money don't go to our people. That's where it sure does not go. It does not go to our people. That is very true. Oh,
That's what I got to think
that's very true. It does not go to our people. And those donations, they do come out and you have to spend money. Yeah, sell them.
It's cheap, but still, what do they do with it? I wonder.
Kind of, that's true. But yeah, I mean, I know you saw well, but we most definitely did not have we now do not have a government. But shoot, we building up a government. I mean, we technically we do have a government. And that's the Isupk. It's the Lord's government. We clothe the homeless. We feed our people. We give our people housing. We give our people food, water. We give it all. We give our people counsel. What were you gonna say?
So there is a place now they can go and they got hunger and thirst and need of clothes. There's a place.
Oh, and that's here in Isupk.
That's right.
You got a place to go to. You have a place to go to, and that's here in Isupk. We're making a difference for our people, helping our people to be separate again, to realize who they are. But keep on going.
And in one of all things.
And in one of all things, we have to go to our purposes in one and all things. We have to go to him for everything. If we want anything, we have to go to him for it. You can't even go as far as collect rainwater on your own. You know, the crazy thing is you can't even have a business without them. You can't have a business without them. Yeah, you gotta have all the permits and everything because they have to be able to collect taxes from it. They have to be able to get a fair share from it. You can't just sell anything and get the money from it yourself.
Even when you buy a plot of land and build a house, pay off that house, you still have to pay taxes on that land and that house.
Yeah, you still got to pay taxes on the land and the house. They got to get something from it. They drain everything. Like, think about it. They come through and they sweep through and they steal everything. They drain everything till it is no more. They drain the well until it is empty. We drain it deep until it is empty. Go ahead.
That brother in Houston that has that farm or that property.
Come on.
I was asking him about it, and he told me that his father had bought those acres, and he left them in his will.
Come on.
So he owns that land, that property.
Come on.
But he said, but you have to pay property tax.
Yep, exactly. You still have to pay property tax and all that.
You don't own it for real.
You don't. I mean, you still have to pay all that. But keep on going.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he had destroyed thee.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until you have destroyed thee. And then we've had a yoke of iron upon our neck until we was completely destroyed. Now the yoke of iron is broken off, but we're still in captivity. We're in what do you call it? The mind captivity. They don't need the yoke of iron no more because now we're willingly out here serving them. Willingly. Because they give us these little gifts. Because they have tricked our people, gotten our leaders to make our people follow after them. Keep on going.
Verse 49. the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
He said he shall bring a nation from against thee from afar. Keep on going.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
Mm-hmm.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
A nation whose tongue as thou shalt not understand. Like the Lord has brought a nation so fierce against us. Well, I mean, think about it. What's a symbol of America? What's their symbol? It's the eagle. It's the eagle. But you got to think about America. They have to have their eyes on everything. They got to be on top, looking at everything down below, like an eagle. You know how eagle, they fly way high up above, looking at everything. They trying to look at everything. They trying to be like an eagle, looking down at everything. Got to keep their eyes on everything. How do you think they do that? By these cell phones. Yeah, I mean, think about it. They got cell phones in everybody's house to keep eyes on you. Say it again.
And computers.
Yeah, computers, all of it. They gotta have their eyes on everything. You can't do nothing without them. They don't want Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans doing nothing without them. So they cannot let their eyes off of you because you are the reason Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of why America is so great. You're the reason why America is so great. So if they lose you, they lose their power. They lose everything that they have. They lose it all. Go ahead. Hmm? Hey, give it that hand. Yeah, that boy said that. That was crazy. Yeah, that's right.
I knew what he knows now.
Yeah, I know. I wish I knew that too. Yeah, boy, you smart. You smart. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's you smart. Hey, you gotta train up these children in the way that they should go to become warriors of the Most High, become men of the Lord. Man, these boys are smart. Boys are smart. I was this young, coming up in the truth as a baby. You said what?
So righteous.
Yeah, that was. I mean, Babylon the Great is evil. Most definitely is evil. This place is evil. It has destroyed our people. But what we need to do is we need to do our part and do what the Lord says to do. The Lord waiting on us. We're not waiting on the Lord. The Lord is really waiting on us to separate ourselves from America. You know what? Get that scripture actually real quick. Come out of her, my people. You don't have to. You don't. Come out of her, my people. No. Revelations 18:4. Oh, you got your hand raised? Go ahead. Hmm. Damn. What you said? He said, no, he said people celebrate Christmas because it's bad, but we need our people not to celebrate Christmas. Hmm? Oh, he said all the holidays bad. My boy.
them to serve it because they can be a part of his kingdom and we can fight against the bad.
That's wild, man. He's smart. Yeah, he is smart. He is smart. Yeah. Holidays are evil. Holidays are evil. Yeah. Wow, y'all. Like, yo, y'all smart. Y'all some smart boys. But can you go on with that scripture real quick?
Okay. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
It's saying, come out of her, my people. Who's it saying to come out of? Who are we coming out of? Who is it saying to come out of? Right, read it again.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Who is her? Go ahead. Go ahead. No, no, no. Who is her? Who is her? It said, "Come out of her, my people." Who is her? Who? Yeah, who is my people? That's crazy.
A Savior died because the bad people. And also, we need so many people to fight against bad people, and also in the bad kingdom. I know. And also, and we can be when and so the whole planet is one. And also, and there's gonna be no more holidays. And all the people gonna understand us and we're gonna fight against the bad.
This boy's smart for them. But,
That's 17.
man, it's crazy. But yeah, who read it again?
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Who's my people? Say it? Yeah, 12 tribes, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And who is her? Come out of her. Yeah, Babylon the Great. Formerly known as I can't say it. Never mind. So I guess I get blocked on here. But yeah, my bad. But Babylon the Great. Is Babylon the Great. Black, Hispanics.
You can say what we are now.
Hmm?
You can say what we are now. Babylon. You gotta say the name.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not gonna say that because we almost got blocked last time. Facebook got banned almost. I was like, damn, no, I'm good. I don't want to do that again. But yeah, no, you 12. But yeah, we read it again.
Okay. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come out of Babylon, the great, my people. Come out of here and stop breaking the law, statutes, commandments. Don't join hand in hand with this place, because that is not what the Lord wants Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans to do. Like, this is a warning for Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans to come out of this place. Everybody is telling you to join hands and forgive everybody and come together and be all one people. But the Lord, the angels are telling you to separate from this place, to be separate, come out of this place and be separate and be holy like the Lord said. That's the mission that Christ had, to come and separate his people from this place. I don't know why I said, but from come and separate the people from the oppressors. To come and get his people and to save them from themselves, from their sins. That was Christ's mission. Go ahead.
The fact that we have to censor ourselves like that shows oppression.
Yeah, that is oppression. It is oppression because we can't say what we want to say. You can't say all these crazy words, these words that are.
I've seen and heard so many things online
Mm-hmm.
that are diabolical, bro.
Yeah.
We just trying to teach, and we can't talk how we would like to talk.
No, we can't. We gotta censor ourselves.
Even in politics, they say what they want. You remember when Trump said about the box, right? He was able to say that, and it still plays on YouTube.
That's wild. That's very true. That's very wild.
I don't know. My bad, man.
Yeah. But then when we come and say something, we gotta censor ourselves because we can't say all the things we want to. And you're right, that is oppression. That is very much oppression. But that's why we gotta come out of this place.
That's right.
Why we gotta separate ourselves from Babylon the Great. It's like, damn. Damn, it's already out. No, it's good. And that's why we gotta separate ourselves from this place. You going to read?
I'm gonna come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
So that you're not partakers of her sins. So you're not getting the same judgment. You know what? Never mind. So you're not doing the same things that Babylon the Great is doing. You're not here. You're looking the same and doing everything that everybody else is doing here in Babylon the Great. Keep on going.
Okay. And that ye receive not of her plagues.
So that you don't receive of the plagues of that America, that Babylon the Great has coming. That is wow. I'm so used to saying that until I find out we can't say that no more. Weird. Come out of here. Come out of Babylon the Great, so that you're not receiving the same plagues that Babylon the Great is finna get. Because like I said, it is ramping up. It's ramping up. Everything is ramping up. You see all the destruction that is going on, and you don't want to receive the same plagues as Babylon the Great. They're finna receive these plagues. You don't want to receive those plagues right along with them. You want to stand out and be the green grass that the Lord is not finna harm. Good.
For instance, yeah, she's put in the chat Egypt. Egypt. From it. In school, we know what that means.
Which means captivity. I mean,
That's what the sister said.
yeah, this is Babylon the Great that we're in, though. I mean, it was the Babylon, but now this is Babylon the Great. Everything that was in the past is now here. I mean, there is nothing new under the sun. We was trying to join with our oppressors in the past, and now we're trying to do it today. We're trying to do it today, and that's where we need to change. We need to look at our past and look at our history and realize that if we join with them, the Lord's not gonna approve of it, and we get punished whenever we don't keep these laws, statutes, commandments. Whenever we join with our oppressors. When we follow after their gods. Now go ahead, go. What you gonna say? Say it louder. What you say? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we are gonna get justice for all the things that our oppressor did to us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you don't want to. What you want to do is you want to keep the law, statutes, amendments, and do what the Lord says, so that you don't receive the judgment that the Lord has for them. You don't want to. You don't want to receive the judgment also. That's what you don't want to do. You want to be right and do what the Lord says and keep the law, statutes, amendments, so that you don't get that judgment, because they got judgment coming to them. What's this? Never mind. Keep it. We're gonna keep on going though, because we don't have very much time. Oh no. Read that again.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." For verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven.
For her sins have reached unto heaven. Keep on going, actually.
And God hath remembered her iniquity.
Because the Most High have remembered all the iniquities that Babylon the Great has done to Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's remembered it. You may have forgotten all the things that have happened, because like our people say, you got to forgive and forget. You got to forgive and forget, because they want to be comfortable here in America. And guess what? You may have forgotten all the things all the slavery and all the trouble and all the suffering that our people went through. But the Most High, he didn't forget. He remembers all the things that Babylon the Great has done since the very beginning. He remembers all the things that they have done to our people. And that's why this judgment is going to be so great. Because Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have been long suffering, waiting long to get salvation. We've been waiting a long time for this. I mean, dang, the patience and the what's that? Patience in the there's the patience of the saints. Paraphrasing. We've been waiting for a long time for this judgment, for justice for our people, and we are right around the corner from it. We are right around the corner from getting it. Just remember, the Lord, he remembers all the troubles and how they unalived our people in the past, and how they went and they fed our babies to alligators. He remembers all that. Our people may have forgotten, but the Lord has not. He has not forgotten. So, but you can go back to the other scripture. Deuteronomy. Get it? Come. Go to
15, right?
Come on, go to 50.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce consonants.
Fierce consonants.
Fierce consonants. Which shall not regard the persons of the old.
They don't regard the person of the old. Shoot. I mean, look at how they treat our people. They don't. I mean, they treat our old people just the same as they treat the young. Keep on going.
Nor show favor to the young.
They don't show favor to the young either. They still treat our people the same, and they unalive them. They have no favor for our people. They don't show no mercy for our people at all. But they're always ready to lock them up, to put them in jail, to get their hands on them. Keep on going.
Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
Until thou be destroyed. He's going to eat all your fruit and your cattle and use all the resources. Like I said, he uses all the resources until He uses all your resources until it is destroyed, until it's ran out. And that's what he's doing right now. Everywhere our oppressor goes, he's like a cancer. And he uses up all the resources so much that he has to make a new food. He has to make a new food supply. That's why he has to come up with all these genetic made foods and everything. Genetically made, modified foods. He has to come up with it all because the earth is not giving no more for him. What'd you say? Yeah, they put hormones in the food. They put all these chemicals in the food. Hold on. But keep on going.
And it through thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kin.
They don't leave none of it. They don't leave no food, no water. They destroy all of it and use it all up. I mean, you see how many cows they slaughter every day? They slaughter thousands of cows every day. Thousands of animals. And they use up all the food and all the wine, all of it. Keep on going.
Or flocks of thy sheep until he have destroyed thee.
Well, you know the crazy thing is, most of that food that they put in there, they put so much food out, right? But most of that food, you know what happens to it? It goes straight to the trash. Most of that food. Most of the food don't even go in the bellies of blacks or of our people. Most of that food goes straight to the garbage and is wasted. Most of that food could go to our people, to the people who are homeless or are hungry and need food. But no, what do they do with it? They'd rather throw it away in the trash. You ever be in restaurants and see how much food they waste? They waste so much food. Waste it and throw it away. They put it out on a platter for people to come out and take two bites of it. Just a few plates. I mean, then when we have our feast days, what happens to all that food? It all gets eaten, does it not? Yeah, it's gone. It all gets eaten up. We don't waste none of that food. But whenever our oppressor, he puts out food for the people, for people who come in and have to pay for it, what happens to that food that's not sold? They have to throw it away. Good. Yeah. Hey, are you there?
Because Israel's always been the kind of people that are clean.
Yeah.
We have laws that are technically like what quarantine would be considered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: when it comes to the Passover, we have you know how we pay a Passover fee. That Passover fee is to pay for everything, so that people that are looking at the truth from the outside in can experience that and just be able to come up and be a part of it, because they not in the UK. We actually pay what we pay so that people can come in and be a part of what we're doing and see what we're about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's heavy about it. Because you know what's funny is I remember when we had the Passover in Houston. Oh, y'all wasn't in school at that time, but we had a Passover in Houston, and this was like 3 or 4 years ago. Man, time to fly by. That there was people online from like fake Israelite groups and stuff that were talking smack about the Passover plate that we had, and they were like, "Oh, you paying $200 a plate for that?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? It's not just about that plate. It's about everything that was the experience there." You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to sound petty, but it's ridiculous how they talk like that. And people will talk like that, looking from the outside in, not understanding that we're really trying to build a nation. And in order to do so, it takes sacrifice and it takes you putting more than what you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that that's what Christ did. Christ put in more work than what he got out of, you know what I'm saying? Out of the experience that he lived his life to be in, like when he was on the earth. So we have to take that same approach. And if it means that somebody else gets to open their eyes up to the truth because of the work you put in, it all adds up together. That's why it's not just about one person. It's about everything we all do together.
That's why I said well, we choosing happiness. Like that's why I said our people are choosing happiness instead of choosing to be on top. Because like I said, that's why I said happiness is not a requirement. It's not a requirement when running a nation or building a nation and running a nation. It's not a requirement. It's actually really stressful, like I said. It takes selflessness. That's what it really takes. Go ahead.
I was going to add on to what you're saying. There's any questions about separating from Babylon? We will see Middle Easterns, Asians, Africans, Europeans.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
You don't see them
joining with everybody
like us. We're joining them.
Yeah, you don't see them. Yeah, you don't. You don't.
Because they stay together.
Yeah,
They
that's
stay
true.
together. They have their own communities. They have their own businesses. They even have their own school. They even have their own cities.
Yo, you don't see them doing with everybody else. I mean, dang, if they could be separate and all these other nations could be separate, how come we can't?
The only ones holding a Esau's heel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, instead of choosing happiness and trying to be happy all the time, our people need to try to be choose to be first on top. Choose to rule. If you're trying to choose happiness, you're not going to be ruling. We choosing happiness and we stuck on the bottom. That's what happens because we want to be happy all the time and go party and do all those other things. Instead of choosing happiness, choose to rule. Rule. I mean, happiness is not a requirement when it comes to ruling. But with that, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Side out of one was 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the D Commander in Hana. With that, I pass the class to Officer Taziar.
So the ISUPK security announcements. Where the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Find us in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapters 3, verses 8 through 10. Mashara means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Feast of Purim. This takes place on the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. That's on Thursday, the 22nd of February, and Friday, the 23rd of February, 2024. You can find us in the book of Esther, chapters 9, verses 20 through 31. Reminding to any brother that wants to be a troop in the school, you're required to wear all black. That includes boots, shirt, pants, handband, and scarf. And that concludes the ISUPK security announcements. With that, Amaja, which means some sand. Amaja. We're gonna go back to
No, clear up. You get for next class.
We're gonna start turn the east. Say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Start. Abinao.
Abinao.
Tabashamayim.
Bashma.
Padad.
Wadash.
Haya.
Haya.
Shemka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malafaka.
Malafaka.
Tabaa.
Taba.
Zaka. Haya.
Haya.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'aratiza.
Ba'aratiza.
Wa.
Kawa.
Haya.
Haya.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Tanana.
Tanana.
Akam.
Akam.
Ka.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Basalakina.
Basalakina.
Kabawatina.
Kabawatina.
Kasalakina.
Kasalakina.
Kabawatina. Wala.
Walala.
Tabayayina.
Tabi'ayna.
Panasaiwan.
Panasaiwan.
Abba.
Abba.
Hawashayna.
Hawashayna.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Watafara.
Watapara.
Laiwalanyu.
Laiwalanyu.
Amen.
Amen. What we said was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done
thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts,
Forgive us our debts
as we forgive our
as
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. I'm going to start. Sister, you can have a seat. I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Majin Shabbat, Majin, Barak, Yahweh, Senior Shabrakatah. Jaji Matab. I'm going to start and turn the sisters. Sister, you can stand. I'm going to courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majin Shabbat, Majin, Barak, Yahweh Shema Abba Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh, Shema, Adonai, Bahashem, Yahushua.
Yadim Tab, Pleasant Swiss.